3 gold medal runs in the Southeast Asian Games. And of course, we talked about Arjuna earlier, and Anga is one of their leading scorers as well. He was able to score 11 points against Thailand. So coming to this game, of course, these two wing spikers will be their go-to players for this game.
Yan ang kalaban ng Alas Pilipinas in the opening day of competition. So naalala natin itong si Anga, and we actually got a chance to talk to him before the game. Let's see what he has to say about his experience here in the Philippines.
Hello, my name is Bhayangkara. I'm from Indonesia, Jakarta, Bhayangkara Presisi. For me, we have a good communication, teamwork, and then in the court we have solution. That's why we can win to Philippines only one set. Okay, Philippines, I'm happy to be here again. This is 3 times I come here. It's very good city, very good gym, very good people, very good food. I like it. Thank you, Philippines.
And of course, we hope to see you back, Anga. We hope that this is not the last time you visit us. He's like one of our own. Ganun ang feeling natin.
Oo, and lahat ng mga sinabi niya talaga, nag-e-enjoy siya dito sa ating country. And of course, I'm excited na makabalik din siya dito after this Invitationals.
That's right. Now, let's go over to the other side naman, Paneng. On the Korea side, let's talk to the big outside hitter, yung counterpart itong si Anga, Jae-Hyun Lee. Younger player, but scored double digits in both his games.
Of course, the outside spiker continued to play solid volleyball here in the Invitationals. Without their stars and imports, he scored in double figures in both matches in the Invitationals. 17 points during their first game against Thailand and 14 points against the Alas Pilipinas. And he just drafted by Hyundai after playing collegiate volleyball for Inha University.
All right, and he is one of the players to watch here in Team Hyundai, and nabanggit nga ng Indonesia na talagang gel na gel sila. It's their chemistry that's working for them. Let's see if that is something that we will observe on the side of Korea as well. And Sung Yun Lee is one of the players that we are going to be paying attention to. And actually, marami naman siya mga counterparts. We're going to talk about other players. Jae-Hyun Lee is another one, but Sung Yun Lee, as you said, 18 points. So big numbers. Sabi nga natin, they're looking to score their first win. So I'm sure ito papanoorin natin. Let's also hear what he had to say in our interview.
안녕하세요. 한국에서 온 현대캐피탈 이승준입니다. 필리핀에 이번에 처음 방문하게 됐는데 되게 경기 끝나고 그 락커 가는 길에 팬분들이 너무 열정적으로 환호해 주셔가지고 그거에 좀 감동을 받았던 것 같습니다.
It's my first time to being in Philippines, and I was quite surprised and got emotional about the Philippine fans after the match, and I'm so happy to be here.
팬분들께서 이렇게까지 환대해 주실지 몰랐었는데 되게 그런 저희한테 이런 환대를 해주셔서 너무 감사하고 다음에 또 기회가 된다면 방문해서 또 인사드리고 싶습니다.
Honestly, I didn't expect this much of the support, and I was quite surprised and emotional. So I don't think this will be the last time to visit in Philippines. I hope to visit again and meet the lovely Philippine fans.
Maraming salamat po.
Parang daming kinilig doon. Paneng.
Madami siyang fans. Not just him, but of course their squad as well.
And you know, one thing that we really always hear from our international guests, na tuwa sila sa Filipino fans. And I'm sure they're gonna have fun today when we get going with this, our first game and our last day of competition in the Alas Pilipinas Invitation.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Smart Araneta Coliseum, Quezon City, Philippines for the final leg of the 3-day Alas Pilipinas Invitational Tournament 2025. This is match number 5 of the competition, the battle between our club team from Indonesia, Jakarta, Bhayangkara, Presisi, and their opponents, our club team from South Korea, Hyundai Capital Skywalkers Volleyball Club. Introducing the 2 referees officiating this match. Our first referee is Jeffrey Lopez, international referee. Second referee is Angelo Hau, international referee. Let's now meet the starters. First, for Jakarta, Bhayangkara, Presisi. Opposite hitter number 6, Arjuna Mahendra. Middle blocker number 10, Radeng Gumilar. Outside hitter number 17, Randy Febrian Tamamila. Middle blocker number 21, Zaki Jaya. Outside striker number 24, Akil Anga. And center number 30, Nizar Zulfikar, team captain. Starting libero number 19, Fareza Raka. Head coach for Jakarta is Redel Alfonso Gonzalez Toiran. And now the starters for the Hyundai Capital Skywalkers. Outside striker number 9, Lee Jae-yun. Middle blocker number 10, Kim Jin-yong. Center number 20, Lee Jun-young. Opposite hitter number 23, Lee Sung-jun. Middle blocker number 31, Jong Tae-chun, team captain. And outside striker number 87, Park Joo-yong. Starting libero number 17, Lim Song-ha. Head coach for Hyundai is Fabio Storti.
Back here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum for the last day of competition at the Alas Pilipinas Invitationals. Taking a look at the starting lineup for the Jakarta team. Almost the same team that you all saw. I'm sure maraming tumutok dun sa kanilang laban against Alas Pilipinas. Kaya natatandaan din nila. Both Hyundai and Jakarta have already met the Philippines, and Alas, of course, as we know, is still a flawless record.
That's right, 2-0. And for these 2 squads, Hyundai and Jakarta, looking to get their first win. With Hyundai, will do the first serve for this match.
Matatangkad itong mga mula sa Hyundai. We have a couple of 6'6" players, and merong mas matangkad pa. I think 6'8" ito si Jong Tae-jun, the middle blocker. So ito ang magiging problema din ng Jakarta. Oh. Quickly, a first point for Jakarta, care of Jaya, middle blocker.
That was actually a tough set coming from the setter because the receive was not that good, but the setter was able to find his middle attacker and set that to be quick.
Good first ball. Malikan lang. Feel like it's going to be that kind of game today. A lot of kills we're going to be seeing.
Coming from a perfect first ball, sakto lang sa setter, and a fast, low set there for the open hitter, leaving only 1 blocker in front of him.
Jakarta in the red uniforms, and Hyundai Skywalkers of Korea in black. Good pickup there. by Anga.
Overset.
And Pamalilang is dug. We're seeing good defense from Hyundai. Oh, a little too much. So nakuha sa tiyaga. We saw steady defense, no, Paneng, of Hyundai, forcing the other team to eventually make an error.
That's right. There were a lot of opportunities for Jakarta to score a point, but the defense of Hyundai is on point for the start of this game. But that point coming from an error on the opposite's hit. No block touch. Oh, but there will be a challenge, if I'm not mistaken.
Early challenge. Or at least there is a lull here in our game. And talagang gamit na gamit ang mga challenge dito sa Invitational. I guess it's a good thing also because actually this is a no-bearing friendlies, this series. It's really just for the teams to get their feet wet, to get more international experience, particularly for the Alas Pilipinas. Man, our team. So we're waiting for the results of this block touch challenge. Very early in this first set. Alas Pilipinas men, of course, looking to sweep this Invitationals kung manalo sila against Thailand later on. And this might just be a lucky day for the Alas Pilipinas teams with the Philippine women's team. I'm sure all of you volleyball fans are aware that was a big upset that our ladies scored against Kazakhstan.
Yeah, that was a good game for our women's team. But now the challenge review is taking a while.
On your screens, this is one of the more seasoned players, setter of Jakarta. No black touch. It really didn't look like it. It looked like talagang nag-error.
And
Jakarta.
mataas yung daan ng bola niya, and then there was no spin on that attack.
So point stays with Hyundai. Good first ball, masipag. And you got to give it to Tamam Nilang, who received that ball perfectly, went up for the hit.
Good angle there on the cross court. Well, we're tied at 2. Not a good first ball.
And good recovery there, but a free ball for Hyundai.
Oh, missed opportunity there because it was actually a good defense, but not a fast reaction from Team Jakarta to get that second ball.
Pero in terms of position, tama naman yung linulugaran ni Jaya.
That's right.
Hyundai's turn now. The opposite is challenged, but that one goes outside. Good hit out there for Hyundai.
Song Jun Lee, one of the leading scorers for Hyundai squad. Take a look at this opposite hit again. Off the block.
Tough serves being handled well by Jakarta.
Oh, too much of an angle. Oh, there was a check ball, so the point will stay with Hyundai.
Three-point lead now for Hyundai. Actually, if you look at the Jakarta team, this is the back-to-back gold medal team of their Pro League. So on paper, malakas.
And Pro Liga is the professional league in Indonesia. So 2024 and 2025 champions.
bilis ng pangyayari. Yung patong ni Gumilar hindi naabot ng blockers ng Korea. Oh, perfect execution.
That's right. It was actually a strong serve from the Jakarta squad, but a good first ball from Korea. So the setter was able to activate his middle attacker. Take a look at that height on the quick hit. Oh, too soft.
And that's a break for Jakarta. Can start playing catch-up now against Hyundai.
Jakarta Bhayangkara Precision turns by 2-4-6. Serving Randy Membrian Tamamila.
Combo attack. Hindi nagpatinag ang Jakarta. Talagang Anga kept his eye on the ball despite that decoy.
That was a solid block from Angara. We talked about him earlier, one of the leading scorers of the Jakarta squad. Really guarding that down the line well.
One more time from the right pin. This time going soft, so good switch. And
That was Sung Jun Lee.
showing off his versatility.
That's right. Earlier, he was blocked, a solid block, but this time changing the pace of his attack, targeting the middle defense of a Jakarta squad.
6'6", Taijun. Lumusot. It's going to be a point for Anga. Again, that's his second point today.
Right in between two blockers.
Serving for Jakarta Bhayangkara Precision Randy Membrian.
Oh, wow. Ganda nung execution ng mga combination attack, pero basang-basa ng blockers ng Jakarta.
That's right, because I think Korea is also going for that low set. And it was actually tough for Park because he was the one who got the first ball.
Almost no time to prep for that attack. Hang time, but good up by Jakarta. Back row attack, a little overblown.
No block touch, that was outside. So this is the first time that Jakarta will lead in the scoreboard. They're up by 1 point.
But you know, if you look at it, ang ganda ng sistema din ng Hyundai, no? When their plays are running smoothly, I mean, absent these errors on the attack, but the way they set up their plays.
We're seeing a lot of quick hits from them as well. Oh,
But-
good block.
Sunod-sunod ang offensive blocks ng Jakarta.
They're reading the setter well because palaging double block eh. So this is a timeout for Team Hyundai.
Seung-Jun Lee, we talked about him earlier. He is one of the younger players, but a very promising one. 2 points so far for Lee.
Still serving Randy Membrian.
2-point lead for Team Jakarta.
Lumipat na, no? Kanina it was Hyundai who was taking charge.
Oh, another kill
Yeah.
block from their squad.
And now, nasundan nila because the play happening on the right pin. And blockers just are very quick.
And looking from that replay, na-late pa yung middle blocker ng Jakarta, but he was still able to get that kill block on the cross court. Over ball, a chance here for Jakarta. Again, 4-point lead for their squad so far.
And quickly, the tides have changed. Jakarta took a little time to heat up, parang diesel. But now, they are showing their dominance.
But yesterday, they were coming from a straight set loss against Thailand. Talking about Jakarta and Hyundai. Actually lost also for 4 sets against Team Philippines.
Nakaisa rin sila against the Las Pilipinas, talking about Hyundai.
Yeah, that was the second set. It scored 25-22, talking about Hyundai. But take a look at that service ace of Sung Jun Lee. That was a strong top spin serve. Take a look at that.
To Hyundai's credit, hindi pa sila na straight dito. Both their losses happened in 4-set
Four
games.
sets.
Yeah.
But after that service ace, a service error committed by Sung Jun Lee. Still a 3-point advantage here for Jakarta.
And these quick plays, Hyundai recognizing that they have the height advantage and they are making use of it.
But that was actually a tough one because both spikers, the open hitter and the middle blocker, are on that side, left side of the Korea's court. So both blockers were there already, but masyado lang mabilis yung set and approach ng middle attacker.
Wow! Ito naman, pinapakita din ng Hyundai that they are also a force when it comes to blocking. Huge block there. And ang taas na yun, halos nasa siko na yung yung net.
Missed opportunity because only one blocker in front of the quick hitter of Jakarta. So there were a lot of directions to send the ball for the quick hit, but that was too much of an angle. It sailed out.
And nakita natin quick response from Jakarta. They went for their quick plays, seeing how the blockers of Hyundai are getting their rhythm. From the back row. And that's good. Tamang hilang again. That's his second point.
Coming from a broken play, take a look at that. Hinabol lang ng kanyang teammate, but he was still able to set it up on the pipe. But take a look at that target.
You appreciate those points because they are earned the hard way.
Ang layo ng hinabol.
Shank na eh. Ball still good. Milang tries again, going cross court, but hits it out.
Nawala yung 4 points advantage ng Jakarta earlier. Now we're tied at 13.
So both teams having mini spurts. They like to score in streaks. Kim Jin-young into the net. Jakarta back up by 1. And that one is inside, going for zone 1 there. Lee Seung-chun again. Hindi tayo nagkamali talking about him at the top of the coverage.
Take a look at that reach on the back row hit. Ang taas ng kamay niya, kaya kayang-kaya niya padaanin on top of the blockers yung bola.
Oh, a service ace after a service error from Hyundai.
This is Lee Jun-hyuk, the setter of Hyundai Capital Skywalkers, getting that service ace. I think that's his second service ace for this set so far.
Tough serves. Ganda naman. Down the line. And that was number 6. That's Mahendra. 6'1", isa pa siya sa pinaka mabababa or hindi kasing tangkas.
Hindi kasi
iba.
tangkad. Oo. But grabe din yung talon niya and yung hang time.
O, doon naman bumawi. He has a spike reach of 345, which is pretty high considering his height. Yung reach niya para siyang 6'5".
That's true.
Yeah. Again, the combination attack almost. Naku, nanghinayang si Anga doon.
Dahil nakapwesto na siya no? Nabasa na niya na doon dadaan yung bola, but the hit was too strong. Hindi niya masyadong na-absorb yung open hit na yon.
And again, Hyundai is back up by 1 point. And must be a rotation error because we had a substitution. I think new player coming in.
I think pumwesto kagad itong si Muhammad Rizal Cory. Hindi pa nasa-serve yung bola. Pumwesto na siya kagad kaya there was a violation called on their squad.
17-15.
Block party happening here between Jakarta and Hyundai, both of them delivering from the net.
Yeah, the hit was a bit too soft for a triple block, but a timeout here for Team Jakarta.
Three-point lead for Hyundai, and we've got some fans of the Skywalkers enjoying the action here and happy about the swing of points in favor of Hyundai. Pati ang steel, pinapractice na natin ganito ang magiging setup ng ating the big event in September. And we're feeling it. Ready na tayo for international talaga, Paneng.
Everyone is excited for that. There will be a lot of teams coming here in our country, and then there will be a lot of opportunities for fans to watch them live.
Because that is the top competition for volleyball. Parang FIBA World Cup ng basketball na nagawa na natin. So ngayon, sa volleyball naman tayo bibida. And I think that is largely because of the fan base of the Philippines and our love for volleyball. That has been a draw for the many tournaments to come. In the meantime, Hyundai again back up by 3 with their blocking, just so on point.
Take a look at that. It was Jo Hyung Park with that kill block. Medyo gumana na itong blockings ng Hyundai.
Sinasabayan lang nilang Jakarta. Kasi ang ganda rin ang pinapakita ng Jakarta at the net. Ooh! Cross-court attack by Anga. Umiwas sa blocker.
In between two blockers. This is Agil Angara. Take a look at that again. Side out.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of good plays, a lot of good execution from Korea, mainly because their receives are
Very steady.
steady.
That's right. Sakto sa setter nila ni Junhyuk Lee.
5 points already for Seongjun Lee. Anga again. Well read by the blockers of Hyundai. One more time, Anga. Binilisan pero nakuha pa rin ng blocking ng Hyundai. And really, Jin Young, number 10, has been all over the place. Really in the faces of the hitters of Jakarta.
Talagang humahabol siya for the cross-court block. There was another timeout here called by Team Jakarta.
Timeout Jakarta.
And Hyundai with a 4-point lead as we take a look at our visitors, not just the players, but many of their fans, also maybe their families, coming to witness this action live from the Big Dome.
Oh,
Wow. In his case, actually a chesty there. The libero took a big one. Korea's libero, si Lim Seong-hee, medyo masakit yun.
oh, ang lakas ng dating ng bola sa kanya.
Oh, call that a six-pack or a chesty. Pagka nadidibdiban ka ng gano'n. And we saw how Hyundai led early in the set na nahabol naman ng Jakarta. So kailangan din ingatan ng Hyundai yung kalamangan nila.
That's right, because earlier in this set, Jakarta was the one who had a 4-point advantage. But Hyundai needs to take care of this 3-point advantage if they want to close this set. But that was a low attack on the back row from Jae-hyun Lee. So, unforced error. The point will go to Jakarta.
The start of another mini run for Jakarta. Good set. Oh, that was well played. Chung Jun was sneaky there. Nobody saw him coming down the line.
Akala mo na mag-outside yung hit niya dahil ang layo ng daan ng bola or bagsak ng bola rather. But that one is way inside the court. So balik ulit sa 3 points ang lamang nitong Hyundai.
And he took off from behind the attack line. Kaya mas mahirap i-block anytime. A service error. We're seeing more errors at the serve from Hyundai.
I think they were trying to target short ball, but masyadong nagiging soft yung serves nila. Oh, good serve, but what about that first ball?
The reflexes there. Ball still alive. And
Oh,
a point there. In-over na lang eh. Nakapuntos pa.
that was actually a very good target from Jae-hyun Lee. Take a look at this again. Talagang pinwestuhan na lang niya yung down the line. No one was there dahil ang layo ng defense formation ni Anga.
Sakting tansya niya na pinalobo niya para
Oo.
hindi tumama sa kamay ng blockers niya. That one looks like it's untouched.
But there was a block touch, yeah.
Jakarta looking for the black touch, and I think they're gonna. I can smell a challenge. Is it going to happen? Oh no.
No, because
Umamin.
umamin si Taejun Jong, the middle attacker or blocker of Korea.
Wow. Getting past the two-man blocks, and Korea on fire. Jae Hyun does not want to go he wants to just go straight into the second set here. They're almost there. 3 set points for Korea.
One of the good servers of Team Korea, their setter, Jun Hyub Lee.
Wow. One-handed set. Pepito. Somebody at the net.
Yeah, masyadong nanggigil dahil akala mag-over ball. There was a net touch violation called on Sun Jung Lee.
And that's 1 set point saved. Ayun na. Nangingisda. Still set point for Hyundai. Outside. And a gift from Jakarta. That's a win for Hyundai here in set 1. And it was a roller coaster of a first set. Iba-iba up and down ang Hyundai, but they ended up on good note, winning that first set against the two-time champs from Jakarta's Pro Leagues. 25-22 is the count. We'll talk more about it after the break. 25-22, the score in that first set. And that's one set in favor of Hyundai Skywalkers. Daming blocks in that set. Tignan natin, makikita natin in the stats paning if yung offensive blocks din is mas madami nga sa Korea ba o sa Jakarta? Kasi both of them were performing so well at the net.
That's right, but actually it was a slow start for both squads. Nagkaabot pa sila at 8 points. But then lumamang yung Jakarta because of their blockings as much as 4 points. But nakapag-adjust naman kagad itong Team Korea coming from the timeout of their head coach. They changed the height and the speed of their sets. And also, we've seen a lot of kill blocks from their squad. And taking a look at the numbers, attack points, Hyundai, 13 attack points. But lamang pa nga ang Jakarta with 5 block points compared to 4 of Hyundai. But they got 2 service ace and 7 errors for that set. But I think it was the timing of their kill blocks. Dahil patapos na tayo ng first set, doon sila nakakuha as much as 4 points naman, talking about Hyundai. Kaya nahirapan na rin makahabol itong Team Jakarta. And we saw also a lot of substitutions going on sa side ng Jakarta. They changed their setter as well. So they tried to change the pace of their settings and their game plan to at least confuse the blockers of Hyundai. But it didn't work because Hyundai was able to get that first set.
But really, it was all about the blocks, and something that's not reflected in the stats is the reception. No? We marveled at the receives, particularly on the Hyundai side. Kaya ang ganda na execution ng kanilang mga plays. And the exchanges were exciting. All told, looking at the first set, medyo match tong dalawang team na to, no?
Especially nung start ng first set, both teams are still testing kung anong klaseng game ang ipapakita ng kalaban nila for this set. But then nung nagsimula na mag-init itong team ng Hyundai, nagsunod-sunod na yung puntos na nakukuha nila because we saw a lot of combination hits in the quick and then a lot of open sets din for their squad. Kaya naguluhan din ang defense formation nitong Jakarta.
Now let's see if Jakarta can bounce back in the second set. Of course, both teams wanting to go home with a win because Thailand and the Philippines both still holding flawless records. So magkakasubukan din mamaya, and the game after this one is going to be between Thailand's national team and Alas Pilipinas. That's going to be a big one, so make sure you stay tuned for that. We welcome you all back. This is Chikiro Puno with Panay the Connect Order. And we're happy to have you on One Sports Plus, and Pilipinas Live. first point will go to Jakarta in the second set.
Oh,
All
good
over.
defense.
Mga talon eh.
Grabe yung hang time na yon.
We talked about Arjuna in the first set and he impressed us for the same reason. Kanyang elevation.
Oo, talagang inantay niya yung pwesto ng blockers and he was still able to target that zone 6.
Back row attack. Oh, there's a check ball. So that has been working well for Hyundai.
We're seeing a lot of back row attempts from Team Korea.
Oh, that's an error on the attack by Jakarta.
Yeah, that was too low.
You know, we talked earlier about how impressive, on paper, Jakarta's team is, being the back-to-back Pro League champions. Also, 2023 ABC silver medalists. So, in this circuit, talagang nakikita natin yung galing nila. Pero, hindi rin naman natin pwedeng maliitin ang Korea. They are the 10-time champions of the Korean V-League.
So pareho sila na maganda din yung records sa kanilang respective leagues. Kaya nga nabanggit mo din earlier na match din talaga itong dalawang koponan.
And you know, I think the runaway winner here really is Alas Pilipinas. Not only by the wins that they score, but really by the experience that they're getting.
That's right. Oh.
And labas yun. So again, Arjuna, 6'1" Arjuna, who jumps like he is 6'5". We proved that by the stats. Yun ang sabi ng stats, his reach is comparable to a 6'5" player.
That's right. But grabe din yung pinanggalingan nung set na yun ni Angara. Ang layo. But he was still able to find Mahendra on the opposite. He was able to get that point. But service error here for Team Jakarta, giving a free point to Hyundai. Good first ball.
Wow! Sabi niya, wag na. I'm not gonna hit it off the block. I'm just gonna go really quick. Ang bilis ng bola ni Arjuna.
He saw there was a huge opening there on the cross court. So diniin na lang din talaga niya doon yung bola.
Oh, now the blocking. And again, we're also right about talking about Arjuna Mahendra in the beginning of our coverage. The new breed. Ito yung hindi pa nakakatikim ng national team ito. Pero andyan na yan.
But I think Arjuna has the hot hands for their squad for this second set. It was all him. We saw a lot of points from the opposite hits and even kill blocks. Back-to-back kill blocks.
This kid's got a lot of talent. And he is showing off by now and gaining some fans. I think a lot of fans, a handful of fans here at the Big Dome. Timeout. this lead by Jakarta early in the second set. They're trying to get it right back from Hyundai, who took set 1, 25-22.
Still serving Zach Hit China.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
that did not go past the net, and that's an error by Tamamilang, who has been quiet since the beginning of this match. He scored 2 points early on. Haven't heard from him since.
Skywalkers.
That's a good stop. And again, hitting off the hands. Arjuna and just playing it safe.
Arjuna really getting a lot of points here for Jakarta for this second set. And now he's in the back row. Jakarta needs to find other players who will be the spark plug also for their squad other than Arjuna.
Still a 3-point lead for Jakarta. But again, we remember the swings in set 1. Nagpapalitan ng lamang itong dalawang koponan na to. No lead is safe between these two teams. Now that service error coming from Jae-hyun.
Serving 5. Serving ready, Peprian Tamamina.
What a take-off. Lahi yung pinanggalingan niya.
Oh, good defense.
Yeah. Ganda nung sungkit doon. Down the line, challenging the libero of Jakarta.
That was actually a really high set for Seung-jun on the opposite, giving him a lot of time to actually choose saan niya papadaanin yung bola, but he saw that opening down the line and a good target that.
Middle blocker coming off the bench. And a quick point. That's care of Umilar. No, actually, check that. Number 31 of Hyundai actually started. Pero hindi kasi natin masyadong nararamdaman si Tae Jong.
Oh no, there was a net touch violation called.
Oh, and we see Ju Yong very disappointed and frustrated by that call, which happened right in front of our second referee, our down referee, Angelo Howe.
But they will challenge that call because actually there was a triple block for Jo Hyung Park, but the net touch violation is called on him.
Ganda pa naman ng palo.
Oo, talagang pinatama niya sa kamay ng blockers to score at that point.
And Jakarta still up. Hyundai has not tasted a lead today, or in the second set at least. They did win the first set, 25-22. So the net touch challenge is by Hyundai. They want to reverse the call of our down ref.
Yeah, we saw the reaction of Jo Hyung Park saying that he was not the one who committed that error. It was actually one of the blockers of Jakarta.
So, talagang gumalaw nga yung net. Ang kino-contest ngayon ng Korea, hindi kami nagpagalaw nun. Parang yung baso no? Sino ba nagpagalaw? This is a big day for volleyball. For all of you fans, I'm sure enjoying this entire week. We've had non-stop quality volleyball, both in men's and women's editions. Both Las Pilipinas teams just showcasing what they've got to the delight of all of you volleyball fans. So this is the last day of competition for the Alas Invitationals. Let's take a look at this one more time. So sino ba tumama sa net? Mukhang...
Was it his chin?
proof is in the pudding in the video, and we can see the coaches, the assistant coach of Hyundai pointing to his chin. So mukhang bigay naman natin kay Yongyon, malamang hindi niya naramdaman.
Baka nga din.
Oo.
Pero after that replay, natawa na lang siya eh.
Wow. And just a quick response. Lee Seung-jun just wanted to get the ball and the point back. That's his 9th point.
Right in between two blockers, getting that point for Team Korea.
Perfect receive. Hang time.
No blocker in front of him. So there was a huge space there for his quick hit. Take a look at that again.
Sakid already with 5 points today. He is hot. Pantay sila ni Anga with 5 each. Arjuna leads with 8 points for Jakarta. Ball back to Korea. And again, these quick plays, but great coverage by Nazar. Oh, nabantayan din. Talagang nabasa ng Jakarta na magwa 1-2 ang Korea.
Yeah, dahil medyo pa-overball na eh, and wala nang a chance to receive that ball. Take a look what happened there again. Good block and good anticipation there on the net by Team Jakarta.
Six-point lead now for Jakarta. Bhayangkara, Persisi, JBP, sometimes they're called. Back-to-back champs in the Pro Liga of Indonesia. Also silver medalists from the AVC Cup 2023. Good pickup. That one gets away from Korea. Another point. Care of Anga. He now has 6.
This is a big point advantage by Team Jakarta. A very comfortable lead for their squad, and a timeout here called by Korea.
Looks like Jakarta will be keeping their lead. This is a very nice cushion for Team Jakarta. 7-point advantage to the delight of their fans here at the Big Dome. Team captain, number 30, Izar Manoar, a familiar face to all because matagal na rin yan. Naglalaro for Indonesia. Buhay pambola. Too early to celebrate for Jakarta, but Arjuna said, okay lang, you can cheer. Papatayin ko rin.
I mean, kahit na free ball or easy ball lang na papunta sa side ng Jakarta, he still went for that block.
This kid has such good volleyball IQ.
That's right.
Na-anticipate niya yung mangyayari. That one's outside again. Napapressure na rin ang Korea na iwasan yung blockers.
And actually, they earlier there was a substitution on the side of Korea. They changed their setter. Now we're seeing Jun Sol-bae doing the sets for their squad.
Let's see if that is the answer, because this is already a 9-point lead for Jakarta. And team captain Nizar Manoar is waiting for the whistle. Already checking the rotation. What is the problem here? Okay, here goes. Hindi pa rin makalagpas.
I think that is too soft because ang ganda na ng blockings nitong Team Jakarta and one of their leading scorers na kanina pa talaga ang gumagawa ng puntos on the attacks and even on the blocks. Si Arjuna Mahendra is in the front row, so as much as possible they should hit the ball stronger and not go for those easy spikes.
Well, here's a break after that service error by team captain Nizar. A lot of catching up to do for Hyundai. Back row attack from the pipe, just as effective. Tamang nilang.
He was the one who got that first ball but still went for that pipe hit.
Tamang nilang was a big scorer against the Philippines on day one.
Oh! With the help of the net,
Oo naman.
service ace.
Pag sinaswerte ka nga naman, they don't need the help of the net. But they're getting it anyway. And look at this lead by Jakarta. Double-digit lead. Getting closer to 25. I think there's a foot fault.
There was. Medyo malayo yung release ng bola for the serve ni Angara.
And again, they have a huge cushion. This is a wide lead here. Wide separation between Jakarta and Hyundai. Very different complexion of the second set compared to the first. Nalagpasan pa talaga nitong si Arjuna. He is so exciting to watch.
Hindi pa siya nabablock ng Team Korea for this second set. Parang lahat ng attempts niya na-convert niya into a point.
Scored 15 against the Philippines and 16 against Thailand. Talking about Arjuna. And there's that 1-2 play. Isa si Junsol. Completely deceiving the opponent.
Oh!
Speed, perfect. And again, showing off his versatility. Not all power.
That's right. And the fact na na-late na yung middle blocker. So ang laki na ng opening doon in the cross court. He still went for that drop ball.
Sabi niya, huwag na natin pahirapan. Oh, wow! And now a service ace.
Wow, 12-point advantage here for Team Jakarta.
He's an all-around player, and we will for sure be seeing Arjuna Mahendra in the ranks of the national team of Indonesia. Sigurado yan. And that off-speed from Jun was effective, but this is all but lost for Hyundai. Look at the score. Double-digit lead.
This will be a mountain to climb for Team Korea. But if you're Jakarta, they lost the first set, so they only need the 3 points to close this set.
Oh, nice. Pero buhay pa. How about that defense? Amazing stuff. Oh, that last sequence definitely for the highlight reel. Kala ko talaga it was a dump. Kala mo straight to the floor.
But the defense was there.
Ooh.
That one.
All
But-
instinct.
That's right. But that opposite hit was well guarded by Ahmad Gumilar, the middle blocker of Jakarta. That's a tough set.
Yeah.
Oh,
Haha! There was a campfire. Ayun, butas na butas, oh. Nobody expected that from the Hyundai side.
but it was a bit of a scrappy play from Jakarta. And medyo overset na nga lang, but naabutan pa yun ng middle attacker nila right in between the defense of Team Korea. And now Jakarta is at set point.
Ooh, ayaw pa tapusin. Still set point. It's going to be need a hope and a prayer, many prayers, perhaps a miracle for Hyundai to win this second set.
Oh,
What a way to end it for Anga. And that's set 2 going the way of Jakarta. We're now even at 1 set apiece. Again, a total dominance for Jakarta in this second set. We're going to take a quick break and we get a chance to talk more about set after. At the contrast between the first and second sets, 25-12, that was a cakewalk for Jakarta, winning it easily against Hyundai.
that's right. But actually, it was a very good game for Jakarta, especially Arjuna Mahendra, their opposite hitter. And he scored a lot of points there on the opposite hit, not just with his attacks, but also with his blocks. Kaya naman, nahirapan din sumagot itong Team Korea because they started to play slower compared to the first set. They changed their setters, but their attacks were a little bit soft compared to the first set, and the blockers of Jakarta were very aggressive on the net defense, and we saw a lot of kill blocks also from their squad. And take a look at that, 6 block points for Team Jakarta and 12 attack points from there compared to 5 attack points of Hyundai. No block points and no service ace. But though Jakarta had 7 errors for that set, I mean, the difference in the attack points and blocks are really worked well for Team Jakarta. And now we're at the third set. So if Jakarta continues to play like that, that will be a big problem for Hyundai.
0 blocks for Hyundai, considering they really lorded it over. Well, actually, halos pantay nga yung blocking points nila in the first set. Sinabayan nila ang Jakarta. So it's quite a surprise to see that they were unable to score on their blocks in the second set. Because they attempted, I mean, they would go for the blocks, hindi lang sila nakakapuntos.
That's right. And wala silang nakuhang, wala silang nasagot sa mga attack attempts ni Mahendra, especially on that opposite hits. But if you're Hyundai, as much as possible, you would want to be aggressive on the attacks and maybe have some combination plays because Jakarta is really good in blocking. And we saw that 5 block points in the first set and 6 block points in the second set. So we'll see what kind of adjustment will Team Hyundai do for this third set.
For one thing, I'm sure they've got their sights set on Arjuna Mahendra, who we know is a big scorer. Double digits for both previous games that he's played here in the Invitational. But right now, he's already at 14 points, the highest scorer in the field. And halos malahati lang si Anga, who comes in second with 8 points. But really, Arjuna just by now showing off everything that he's got. Such a talented player. Ayun, saan ba
Oh, right on
nanggaling
cue.
yun? They wanted to, I'm sure that is one of their plays on the playbook. They wanted to start off with that big one.
Take a look at that. Ang layo ng pinanggalingan ng approach. Down the line hit. This is a different lineup actually for Team Korea. Won Jun Sung starting for their squad.
Nakuha pa. Oh, this time, it's still outside. So si Mahendra will
Mahendra
score
again.
Oo. And 2 quick points. Wala pa yatang 1 minuto, naka 2 points to agad. Si Arjuna Mahendra. Again, buhay pambola. Good defense from Jakarta. That one is outside. Untouched.
No block touch.
And we're taking a look at the coach of Jakarta, the Cuban coach, si Ridel Alfonso Gonzalez Toiran. And interesting, we also got a glimpse of the Italian coach for Korea, Fabio Storti. So we're seeing the Asian teams looking outside, looking to the European, South Americans to see what kinds of things we can learn from them. We've been doing that also as we await the result of this challenge. Nakikita natin, even our teams are employing mga foreign coaches na rin.
That's right. And actually, you mentioned the coach of Jakarta. He's actually a Cuban, Ridel Toiran, and he first got to Indonesia as a player, suiting up for Surabaya in 2013. So since then, he stayed na in Indonesia and started coaching and head coach of Jakarta since 2023.
So virtually a local, like one of them na. And the Italian coach on the other side is also a long history of coaching. Matagal na siya in the coaching scene. And eto na nga, transfer of technology din. Italian style, we know that Italy ranks very high in the FIVB rankings, both women and men. We've seen them play on our shores. And they iba laro ng European. No? Parang yung expectations sa bawat member is parang kailangan well-rounded ka eh.
That's right. And actually, si Coach Fabio Storti is the assistant coach of Hyundai because their head coach is actually Philip Blaine. And we know him, the French national who was the coach of the Japanese national team. So he's not here with us. Oh, but the assistant coach Fabio is calling the shots for Team Hyundai.
Oh, we do remember Blaine. Yes, he is a familiar face here in the Philippines, lalo na among the volleyball fans. Kilala natin yan. And play continues. That one is a lucky point for Jakarta.
But a point is a point. They're up by 2 points. Take a look at that. Ang taas ng bola, but a miscommunication there on the side on Korea on who gets that first ball.
Good stop.
Oh, one-handed
Hindi
defense.
napatulong si Libero ng Jakarta. Nakakaswerte talaga siya, no? And you know, it's not all luck. Whoop! That one gets past Indonesia this time.
Yeah, you heard the shout of the other members of the squad shouting outside. There was no block touch, but when in doubt, just get.
But really impressive. Si Henry, yung libero ng Jakarta, ang dami niyang mga nakukuhang kala mong patay na bola.
Oo. Mga one-handed defense. Ang lalakas ng mga palo ng open hitters ng Korea.
Just as we were talking about it, a perfect pass to the setter there by Henry. And one more time on that. Worth the slow ball.
We're seeing a lot of soft tips from Team Jakarta na hindi nakukuha nitong Team Korea. Ang laki ng butas ng defense nila behind the blockers.
Napayungan na naman. It is Rainy season after all. And Jakarta again with an early lead here in this third set.
Courtesy of that kill block from Ahmad Kumilar. So Team Korea also needs to have a tighter coverage here for the third set. Service error by Zakit Jaya.
Serving time in Chongtae, turn serving.
Another chance here for Korea. Cross court, too much, too sharp.
Ball out.
Outside, no block touch.
And now the errors also of Jakarta, or rather of Hyundai, helping out
Arjuna Mahendra.
Jakarta team. Look at Mahendra's number, 16 points. 10 from attacks, 5 from blocks, and an ace. What an all-around game. Error on the serve by Arjuna. Break here for Hyundai.
Good serve.
They're going for loaded serves now. Korea wanting to score off their serves. Good defense. Ooh, there's the block.
Triple block on the pipe attack.
That's a ball point for Hyundai.
Hyundai now looking much better with their net defense in the second set.
Line serving 6.
Only 1 point advantage here for Team Jakarta.
Good first ball from Jakarta. Oh, what a save from Libero. Play
Good
continues. Yeah. Oh, that's 2 times by Lim. Kim, rather.
Oh! A whistle was blown by the second referee. There was a net touch violation called on Team Korea.
Point goes to Jakarta.
Wow, but in that last exchange, si Sung-ha Kim, or rather Lim, Sung-ha Lim, the libero of Korea, was spectacular in that last exchange.
That's right. That was a long rally. I think that was the first long rally that we've seen for this game. And it's already the third set.
And this is much closer at the start with Jakarta only leading by 1. For those of you just joining the coverage, it was a 25-12 romp by Jakarta in the second set after giving up set 1, 25-22. And as we await the results of the net touch challenge, we remind you to make sure to stay stuck, because at around 7:30 tonight, we'll see Alas Pilipinas go up against the national team of Thailand. That's going to be a big one. Both teams with flawless records so far. So let's see who will get the win. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Waiting for a net touch challenge after that long, exciting rally.
Yeah, grabe yung defense ng both squads. Ang lalakas na mga pinakawalang palo na yun during that long rally. But positions in the defense and the aggressiveness of the attackers were there.
You know, for those of you who are interested in, many of you actually interested in the performance of Alas Pilipinas so far in the Invitationals, let's go back to the game that they played against Hyundai. It was a 3-1 win by the Philippines. And in that game, ang highest scorer ng Hyundai was Jae-Hyun Lee. No, he had 14 points. It was Sung Jun Lee with 18 points. Sung Jun so far has 11 today. And Jae has 6. So same go-to players for Korea.
And actually a very steady game from the both of them. Kasi whenever their squad needs a point, they're always ready to contribute in the scoring department.
And it seems like it's not enough that it's only these two teams, two players that we mentioned, the Lees, scoring big. I think Hyundai has to dig a little deeper. In yesterday's game against the Philippines, where Mark Espejo scored 20 points, he was the lone player in double digits. Everybody else contributed though. So yun yung magandang nakita natin sa Alas kahapon. Pagdating ng World Cup in September, ang mga makakapool ng Alas Pilipinas in Pool A, we have Iran, who's number 15 in the world, Tunisia, 24th, and Egypt is ranked 20th. So medyo mahirap yung pool natin, kaya tama ito nag-iensayo ang Alas Pilipinas. What do you say? Net touch? Yes. Ayun.
Oh, yung braso ng middle blocker ata ang tumama.
Makita natin pababa na medyo umuga nga. Ayun.
But parang tumama rin yung bola, sa net.
Although parang naunang umuga bago mag-cross yung bola. Yeah, this was a tough call. That's why it took them a while. Let's see. Parang doon pa lang may movement na yung net before the ball crossed. Can you imagine this in real time, how quickly that happened? So there's no reversal on that call.
So the point will stay with Team Jakarta. But our first referee will call the team captains of both squad. He would want to have a discussion with them about what happened. Let's listen.
Yeah. So it is a non-net touch. It is a replay.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Non-net touch. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, meaning jump ball. Replay. Yun ba?
Okay.
Yun, yeah.
No point will be awarded to either squad, so we'll replay the point. The server will still be Junhyo Lee.
Much closer third set, but Jakarta still in the lead. Gigil, syempre, itong dalawang koponan na makakuha ng isang panalo in the Invitationals. Big serve coming up. Taken care of by Tamamilang, and he goes for the hit.
Oh,
That one untouched, it seems.
no block touch. The ball went outside. So 2 points advantage again here for Team Jakarta.
Serving ready, Pepe and Tamamila.
Quiet game for Tamamilang. Only 3 points so far.
Oh,
Look at Henry again.
parang nagulat pa yung libero, but he was still able to dig that ball.
Ooh, another rally brewing here.
That's outside again.
Outside, untouched.
Masyadong iniwas sa blockers ni Wonjun.
Nahirapan talaga sila. The blockers really challenging the attackers here. Almost. Oh, the frustration. Oh, hang time. Look at Henry again doing his thing. Good defense on both sides. Finally, a point for Jae-hyun.
Using the hands of his blocker.
Yeah.
Targeting down the line. Hindi ganun ka-steady yung block ng Team Jakarta during that last sequence.
Again, all these strong serves. High risk, high reward. That one's outside. Another point for Jakarta. But just a 3-point lead this time.
9-6 Jakarta.
And let's see if the Skywalkers can hold Jakarta because streaking team din itong Jakarta once they get started. They're difficult to stop. Oh, break.
Too short.
Oo.
Gumilar going for that a short target.
Pag ganyan gusto nila ibigay sa
Front row.
Oo, or sa setter, no? Sa
Oo.
front row or sa setter. And we've got Song Jun, one of the tallest players of Hyundai, 6'6".
Oh, there were 2 tall blockers in front of him, but that was a back row attack from Arjuna. Take a look, saan dumaan yung bola. Sobrang
Yun na naman.
bilis.
Remember the first point in the third set? It looked like that. Wow. I think Henry got a hand on it too.
I think so too, but I don't think if it was his forearm or his foot who got that defense. Take a look at that again. Sa paa.
Oh, sa paa. Was that on purpose? Let's give it to Henry. I mean, he's got reflexes.
That's
good for
right.
a libero. Ganyan ang libero. Ayun. Perfect first ball. Oh. Oh, very sneaky. That's a sneak attack by Hyundai.
Good set.
Mga pang VNL, mga pang World Cup. We often see that in Japan.
Oo. Parang sila yung nagsimula nun nung play na yon.
Off the hands, good chase by Korea. Oh, sayang. And that's too bad. You know, we say sayang dahil yung effort ni Chat talagang hinabol yung bola.
Serving for Jakarta, Bhayangkara, Presisi, Agil, Anga.
Anga also still with 8 points. Not hitting the double-digit mark just yet.
Reverse set, but the coverage was not there.
And that's another point. It's going to go for Arjuna again. Tumatabo ito si Arjuna. 18 points for the youngster. We have a timeout. Jakarta showed their dominance against Hyundai in the second set, where they beat the Koreans 25-12, and now they're starting to build on their lead once again. 12-9, Jakarta up by 3. I'm glad you're joining us here for the last day of competition of the Alas Invitationals. Chikiro Puno with Padang de Korenswater. And that's going to go the way of Korea. It's been a while, so they need this change of pace. See if they can create a string of points here.
Well-guarded pipe attack there. But still, Jakarta has a 2-point advantage that they would want to take care of dahil maliit lang to na lamang na kayang habulin ng Team Korea.
And again, Henry, the libero, continues to impress. Oh! Almost, but not quite. Oh, this is now Rakta, the other libero. So both liberos of Indonesia just have a lot to show for. Timeout. timeout dahil sabi mo nga, yung kalamangan nila is not safe. And we're seeing Hyundai just sneaking up on Jakarta. Only a point behind now.
Earlier, they were up by 3 points, but Hyundai slowly closing the gap.
We're split one set apiece, and both teams still looking for their first win here in the Invitationals. Outside. Jakarta freezing the setter a little bit. Floater serve.
Oh,
Almost, but not quite.
yeah, magandang bawi from him coming from that service error. Take a look at that back row hit.
That set, alanganin yung setter, nakagawa pa rin. Worth the effort. Sungjun with that point. Oh, nagkabanggaan. Nizar smack right in the way of Tamamilang, whom he set up.
Yeah, but now we're tied at 13.
Oh, it happens, I guess, to mga collisions like that.
Good first ball.
Oh, rebound. Another chance for Korea. Will they lead? Another chance here now for Jakarta. Nabablock na nila si Mahendra.
But that was Jae Hyun Lee with that soft hit targeting the middle defense of Team Jakarta. Ang layo ng defense nitong Team Jakarta, really waiting for a strong hit. Kaya naman easy point yung soft hit na yon for Korea.
Again, good receives though from Jakarta, and that's how you get these quick responses, the quick plays. One more time in that last sequence. Perfect execution. Mahendra looking for his target. We're even at 14 apiece. Going straight to the libero. Combination attack. Beautiful execution this time by Hyundai.
It was actually a very convincing quick approach from Hoon Jun Song. Akala sa kanya isiset yung bola. He was able to get that middle blocker from Team Jakarta, leaving only one blocker for Jae-Hyun Lee.
And I'm sure they're saying to themselves, I love it when a plan comes together. Yun yung intention eh.
Oo. And this is the first time na lumamang sila sa scoreboard.
Oh, make it 2 points now for Hyundai. Oh, Jakarta has reason to worry here. Things are working. Gumagana na para sa Hyundai. They're blocking now a factor. Just as it was in the first set.
I think this is the first time that we're seeing Dio Sapto Nugroho for a Team Jakarta.
Cuban coach trying new things. That's outside. And the aggressive serves, that is intentional. That's their choice to go aggressive from the line, from the service line.
15 serving 16. Serving Tia Nugroho.
Quick attack, working well. 6'6" with that elevation will give you a really difficult attack to stop.
So whenever the setter Jun Hyuk Lee gets a good first ball, he activates his middle attacker. because definitely that will change the pace of the game and confuse the blockers of Team Jakarta.
Look at the liberos. Both liberos of Jakarta, so effective. Letting that one go. No touch.
No block touch, no net touch. So
And
the ball sailed out and the point will go to Team Jakarta.
Again, Jakarta getting ready for some substitutions here. So Nizar steps out, new setter, or the starting setter. No, Nizar started the day. Didn't start against Las Pilipinas, but we have the alternate setter on the court now. Si Riyandi Rafi. And that's just a good play straight away, an open set. And they maintain their lead.
Back to 2 points advantage here for Team Korea.
Anga. Too much of an anga.
Rhyming, huh?
And nakita mo yung angulo niya kasi talagang gusto iwasan yung
Oo.
blocker. Three-point lead now for Hyundai. Broken play. And this time, Anga will get the point, hitting it off the hands of Jong. Chan Hong.
Oh, there's a lot of substitutions for the side of Jakarta. But now their main gun, Arjuna
Yeah.
Mahendra, is in the front row.
Oh, we've seen how he blocks. He scored from everywhere. All departments covered. May ace, may block, and a lot of attacks.
That's
Totaling
right.
18 points for Arjuna today. And the team captain, setter Nizar, also back on the court. So they want to do some catching up at this stage of the third set. Nakasilip pa eh. Sinilip pa yung formation sa kabila.
Talagang tinignan niya muna yung pwesto ng blockers before deciding to set it up, to set up his middle attacker. Take a look at that.
And that is a skill. It takes so much concentration to look away from the ball
Yeah.
momentarily. Were you always an outside hitter? Nag-setter ka ba ever?
No. Problematic ang setting ko.
Kaya ka naman ikaw ay isang celebrated outside hitter. And Nizar creating. That's why they were brought back in. Arjuna and Nizar. That tandem has been working all day. Jakarta still down by 2.
Good first ball.
Great save. Broken play. Arjuna still goes up. And Mepito.
So nakita natin yung giggle ng blockings or blockers ng Team Korea because they really want to block Arjuna.
Ayun, pababa. Tala sa mga mata ni Pref Jeffrey Lopez. Perfect first ball. Rebound, but eyes there. That is going to be point for Hyundai. Taejun Lee. Taejun Jung. Check that.
Oh,
Just wow. Bagong pasok si Yusap
Yeah.
came in third set.
that was a strong down the line hit. A quick side out for Team Jakarta.
Oh, gumulong sa net. Is it untouched by Jakarta?
Untouched. So we're tied at 21.
Nakahabol ang Jakarta. Well, it was never a big lead by Hyundai, but they managed to stay on top of their opponents until this point. Good set.
Oh, what a defense.
Yeah, better defense. Wow! And kahit pikit mo yung mata mo, pag marinig mo yung bola, yung dating ng bola, mahulaan mo na si Arjuna yun.
Saan na naman dumaan yung attack na yon in between two blockers.
What an exciting player. Take a quick break. And Jakarta now up by 1 in this late stage of set 3, which is really concerning for Hyundai because they were in control most of the way here in the third set.
That's right. And now the pressure is on their side. So they need to have a good first ball to execute a play.
Oh, bumalik. Back to sender. Here come the blockers of Jakarta.
And I think it was Arjuna who got that kill block.
One more time on that.
Yeah, it was him.
Clearly, he is the smaller setter, as you can see, but the higher jumper. Yun na naman.
But a
Ooh,
good
great,
pancake save.
great coverage by Arjuna. Oh,
Oh,
come on!
that was him again. Arjuna with a back-to-back kill block.
And he's got that radar, that nose for the ball. Knows exactly where to be. All alone. What an athlete, Arjuna Mahendra. That one a little too tough, too close to the net.
Yeah.
First set point, stopped by Hyundai. But this guy on your screen responsible for getting Jakarta not only caught up with Hyundai, but now first to set point. Combi attack. Good defense by Hyundai. Blockers of Jakarta there. June going for the
Oh, the ball is still alive.
great defense by Jakarta. And that is off the hands. I think there
Yeah.
was a check ball there.
There was.
And you gotta hand it to Hyundai for just keeping their cool. Working under pressure here. 2 set points spoiled.
Timeout, Team Jakarta.
We laud the effort of Jakarta to play catch-up against Hyundai, but the past 2 points are saves by Hyundai, just keeping Jakarta from winning this third set. Exciting finish.
That's right. But Jakarta only needs 1 point to close this set. But if you're Hyundai, as much as possible, they want to close this set as well. But there are a lot of firepower on the side of Jakarta. And who will the setter choose to set up the ball.
Oh, what an anticlimactic end to set 3. Service going out, and that was a relatively safe serve.
Yeah, it was.
Pinawer.
It was. I think he was just targeting. He wanted to target long ball, but that one is too much.
And look at the score, 25-23. That was a very close third set, a very exciting one, but ultimately going the way of Jakarta once again. So they lead 2-1. Fourth set is a must-win for the Hyundai Capital Skywalkers. We'll take a quick break, talk about the set after these. Welcome back to the last day of competition of the Las Pilipinas Invitationals. Set 3 went the way of Jakarta, and they are up now 2-1. That was an exciting finish, Paneng.
That's right, but actually it was Hyundai who was actually in control of that third set, especially during the start, but not until the latter part of that set when Jakarta was trying to close the gap of the point advantage of Team Korea. And there were a lot of errors also on the side of Team Korea, but what worked well for Team Jakarta is their blockings during the latter part of that set. And again, their main gun, Arjuna Mahendra, did a lot of damage for Team Korea when they went for the sub, because Arjuna went to the front row right away during the latter part. And looking at the attack points, Hyundai actually got 14 attack points and 3 kill blocks. But look at their errors, 11 errors for that set compared to 6 errors only of Team Jakarta. So they also changed their lineup for that third set, but nawala yung kapit nila during the latter part, kaya naman nakuha na grinap ng Team Jakarta yung opportunity na yun to close that set. So now Team Jakarta is up by 2 sets and they only need 1 set to close this match. So we'll see what will be the adjustment again for Team Korea.
They're quite heartbreaking for Hyundai because they were able to save 2 set points only to lose on a service error. And medyo masakit yon. So let's see if they can make it up in this 4th set. This is their last chance, backs against the wall, if they want to extend to a 5-setter. From what we've seen in terms of skill, sabi natin, kaya, because you know, these teams have just split the wins, and that third set just proved how evenly matched these 2 teams are. But let's see if Jakarta manages to just finish it in 4. Here we go. First point, the care of Jae-hyun for Korea.
Now Jae-hyun using the hands of Arjuna, because Arjuna had a lot of kill blocks on him during that third set.
So naaaral na rin niya kung paano lihisin yung bola against Arjuna. And Arjuna will get his chance at offense. Good save by the libero. Oh! Jae-hyun on a roll with that dunk. Power tip.
Power tip indeed. Good
That
defense
save.
there.
Like Song Ha Lim's movement in the back row. strong start for Hyundai in this fourth set.
Take a look at that side spin.
That goes over, and look at Korea just on a roll. Kim Jin-young was not going to let that opportunity pass, and a needed timeout by Jakarta. And look at Hyundai here, just going all out. 4-0 is the score. Jakarta hoping to get on the scoreboard. What a serve.
Back-to-back service ace. Actually, he was one of the good servers for Team Korea.
And Seung Jun Lee on a rampage. He has 16 points already. Again, just using his height and his skill. Foot fault.
Yeah, foot fault.
Nakakapanghinayang naman. But I guess that's the risk you take because yung approach niya, no?
Oo. And minsan sa release din yun ng bola eh. When you go for the serve kung gaano kalayo sa'yo. Oh, good serve.
Talagang bumanti naman itong si Anga. So now we're seeing service aces, a big factor in this fourth set. Now, if you're Korea, you want to make sure that your serves are going to be a factor and to keep up the blocking kasi nabalik na nila as we saw in the stats in set 3. Good coverage there. Nizar knew where to be. Oh, wow. That was just the blocking.
No, Giusato, the one who checked in for Team Jakarta during the third set, is now starting for their squad, getting his second point of this game.
And Hyundai knows very well how quickly Jakarta can turn things around. Another good serve.
Oh, what a set on the pipe.
Good idea also to target the server. He's just getting established in his position. This time, Tiango is able to stop it. Good first ball.
Oh, good chase.
And great libero action once again. Oh, combination attack. Galing si Anga, no?
But that pipe attack worked well for their squad. Take a look at that again.
Oh, nobody went for that one. Sinabayan lang ng Jakarta, maybe thinking it was gonna go out.
Yeah, kasi iniwasan nila yung defense eh. Talking about Nizar Munawar, who was positioned on that angle.
Oo, umiwas niya.
Oo.
Very deceptive. So that's another point for Hyundai. 3-point lead now for the Koreans.
Oh, too low.
And pamigay yun. 3 points. Practically, because hindi lumagpas.
Oo.
There's an error there by Dio.
4 points advantage again for Team Korea.
Almost an over ball, saved by Nizar.
Oh, still alive.
Great scrappy defense again from Jakarta. Nizar with the coverage, broken play. Eto na, first point for Arjuna in this 4th set. 23 total.
But na-check na ng Team Korea yung mga attacks ni Arjuna. But Arjuna with his volleyball IQ, he knows how to use the hands of the blockers to convert it into a point.
Soft one. A couple of players going for it. Arjuna was eager to get to that ball while the libero was actually there. Pero yung mga ganyan, mas mabuti nga magbanggaan na lang kayo,
Oo.
mag-agawan kayo.
A good first ball.
Wow! And that's Dio making amends from the last sequence, the error there. Nung hindi niya napa-over yung bola, ito naman, over na over.
Yeah, grabe. Ang ganda nung daan nung attack na yon sa down the line.
And Dio is at the serve, coming off the bench with 3 points now. Yeah, sails outside. Point for Hyundai. 4-point advantage for Hyundai. $18 points now for Yun Lee Xiong. Great receive. Galing talaga ng mga libero ng Jakarta.
That open hit from Angara. Take a look at that. Hindi na na-control or na-position na maayos ng libero ng Team Korea.
And Jay is stopped there. Anga will set up Arjuna from back row. And a rare error at the attack by Arjuna. Tao lang. Nakakamali din siya.
Well, actually, medyo mababa yung contact niya dun sa bola.
So it's the timing. Set. Perfect execution. And that one will go to Zakid, who has contributed 8 points. So good distribution also by Nizar, our setter, the setter for Team Jakarta. Got 2 players in double digits. That's Anga and Arjuna. Free ball. Arjuna is getting ready, hitting off the hands. Good rebound for Hyundai. Jay down the line, inside.
It was not a strong hit, but very good placement there in the down the line by Jo-hyun. Take a look at that again. Triple block, but there was a space there in the down the line and clipped that line, getting their 12th point for this match, for this set rather.
Good first ball. Ayun. And as we've said time and again, bigyan mo lang si Nizar ng magandang pasa and he will create. But Jakarta has not been able to catch up with Hyundai in this 4th set. you get from those risky jump serves. Attack na rin eh. No?
Oo. But also, Anga is actually one of the better servers for Team Jakarta. We've seen some service aces from him.
Wow. Amazing. Again, starting with that first ball from Lim.
Take a look at that play. Diniin na lang ni Jin Yong Kim yung attack niya sa gitna ng defense itong Team Jakarta.
Good receive.
Overset.
Oh! And an error there on the side of Jakarta. Not wasted by Hyundai. One more time. Medyo nagkagulo daw. It was a good receive. And the set just went over. Oh! Pinunda naman ang service ace. And you feel like Jaehyun and company want to go for a 5-setter. They want that win before leaving Manila. Timeout. Five-point lead by Hyundai Capital Skywalkers as we take a look at the crowd forming here at the Big Dome. It is a holiday. Happy Independence Day to all the Pinoys. And we are expecting a good-sized crowd for the late-night game, our final game of the Invitationals between Alas Pilipinas and the Thai national team. That is coming up. But first, a lot of action here between Jakarta and the Hyundai Skywalkers. We're in the fourth set, and Hyundai fighting for their lives. The timeout there for Jakarta.
That's right. Getting the momentum away from Team Korea. But again, that was Arjuna who got that kill block. But Team Korea is still up by 4 points.
Quick point. Hyundai getting the ball back and the point, keeping their 5-point lead. Good pass. Oh,
Good save.
Nets.
Chance here for Jakarta. Oh! That was Dio targeting cross court because the middle blocker was late for the position on the block.
Arjuna with a tough serve. Another point for Hyundai here. Now still the 5-point lead is maintained, but they're getting closer to the 25-point target.
Oh!
Almost. A hand on that.
I thought it was a tight set, but Dio was still able to find that open. Take a look at that down the line.
Wow. Siya rin yung nag-receive dun. Oh. That was tough. That was way out for Dio.
So still a 5-point advantage here by Team Korea.
Again, Korea responding to the call. This is a must-win fourth set for the Skywalkers.
Good serve.
Better receive. And on the other side, libero Lim also doing his job.
Oh, nice effort.
Only to be thwarted by Gumilar. Pero ang ganda panoorin din. We know that the Koreans are also good footballers.
That's true.
Ayun. Whoop.
Oh, but there was no coverage there for the side of Team Korea. They were asking the first referee if it was reaching beyond, but no call was made, so the point will stay with Team Jakarta. Bumawi.
Won Jun is hot.
Quick side out. Take a look at that quick hit again.
So still the 5-point lead. And now looking only for 6 points to win this fourth set. And that's called inside by the Lions judge. Very close. Happened very quickly. Jakarta, again, bringing down the lead to 4. Pasok nga. These are with the serve. Last service ace.
That was a good one.
Again, if you're Korea, you gotta be careful because we've seen it happen many times in this match. Jakarta just sneaking up on their opponent. Rebound, chance here for the counter. Oh, pero bumalik din. Solid solo block.
That was Junhyo Lee, the center of Team Korea, getting that kill block. Isa na lang siya doon, but ang ganda ng pwesto niya.
For the Skywalkers, serving for Hyundai, Lee Junhyo.
Wow. But good up there. Good first call. Anga will go. That was too easy for Korea. Oh, an error.
Miscommunication there on that quick set. So Anga, one of the better servers for Team Jakarta, is on deck to serve.
13 points now for Anga. Ooh. Lim took care of that one. And solo block. That one sails outside. No good for Jakarta. And look at Hyundai now with 21 points.
Nice hit there by Chan Hong Son.
15 points for Jae-yoon Lee. Make it 16 with that service ace. You know, the service aces, many in this set. They're coming at the right time for Hyundai. More accurate ang bibigat ng mga set nila from the get-go, pero pumapasok na yun.
Mas malakas yung serves nila actually for this set.
Oh, hang time.
Hang time and change of direction and the hit.
That's Akib now in double digits as well. So again, good distribution by Nizar. 3 of the players in double digits now. Anga with 13, Akib with 11, and of course, Arjuna with 24. Pero hindi pa siya masyado nagpaparamdam in this fourth set. Si Anga naman ang nagpapakitang gilas.
From the pipe was Anga. But a timeout here by Team Korea.
And on your screens, Hyundai with a 3-point advantage in this fourth set. They want to play fifth decider, but the lead was at 5, now down to 3. So watch out, Hyundai, because Jakarta is on a rampage.
Oh, chance here for Jakarta.
Oh, wow. Down the line is good for Dio. That seems to be his favorite
Yeah.
play.
Parang majority. Oh, but the point will go to Hyundai.
Oh, labas ba ang tawag?
Yeah, I think so. The first referee called it outside.
And yeah, the challenge card definitely going up. I mean, we also thought it was inside, although the vantage point of the first referee is clearer. Well, we will find out soon enough if this is going to reduce the lead of Hyundai further.
Ang bilis kasi ng ng attack ni Dio sa down the line.
And Dio, again, only came in the third set, but he stayed in the match. So, coach liking what he's seeing from Dio. But we also want to talk about the setters, who are scoring setters. Both si Nizar with 2 points. See, mukhang lalabas ah. Teka, let's see when the ball goes down. Let it drop.
Yeah, tignan natin kasi baka may konting-konting tama sa line dyan.
Depende kung... Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
look at that.
I was outside.
Wow. Ang nipis. Just by a hair. That's lucky, definitely lucky for Hyundai. Actually, no, that was the call. The call was outside. So, na-retain lang. Two more points. Hyundai needs to play for 5. Not the way to go for Hyundai.
But they need to have a quick side out here. Talking about Hyundai.
Tough serve from Arjuna. There's the rebound. Another chance though for Hyundai to create. One more time.
Oh,
And there's a whistle. Oh no, play continues. Oh, that one gets away, and the blocking of Hyundai is making a difference once again in this fourth set, like it did in set 3, partner.
that's right. And actually, double time ang middle blockers ng Team Korea for this set. Kita natin na talagang effort yung habol nila for the double block. And it's working very well for their squad. And now they are at set point.
4 set points for Hyundai. Oh, right away they get that fourth set win. Hindi na pinahaba ng Hyundai. And look at that last play. Blocking once again. That has been the story for this fourth set. A lot of blocks from number 17. And the score, 25-20. Korea managed to extend this to a 5-setter. We'll talk more about it after the break. The heat is definitely on. Hyundai extending their last match of the Invitationals to a 5-setter, and Jakarta just as determined to win it and go home with at least one win after two straight losses in the past 2 days.
That's right, but actually the story for set 4 are the serves and block of Team Korea. They started hot with a 5-0 lead during the fourth set, all courtesy of the solid serves of their setter. Talking about Team Korea, si Junhyuk Lee. And then parang nagsunod-sunod na yung malalakas na serve na pinakawala nitong Team Korea, forcing not good receives for Team Jakarta. And looking at the statistics, I mean, halos dikit lang tayo sa attack points. 14 for Hyundai and 3 block points and 4 service aces for them. And they were able to limit their errors to 3 errors. Team Jakarta had 4 errors for that set, but I think the timing of the kill blocks of Team Korea, especially during the latter part of the fourth set. And I think what's also good for their squad is they were able to take care of their points, na kahit na 5 points yung lamang nila, pag humahabol ang Team Jakarta, nakakabawi kagad sa quick side outs itong Team Korea.
Well, we started off by saying that these two teams really are a match. It could be anybody's, obviously anybody's win here. And nakita natin, it was a very unusual second set where Jakarta took Hyundai easily. 25-12 was the score, but they haven't looked back since then. Hyundai made the necessary adjustments, and here we are in set 5. And this guy on your screens, Arjuna, let's see if he becomes a factor once again in the 5th set. He was quiet in set 4. Talking about Arjuna Mahendra of Jakarta, their star player, with 24 points. Let's see if he will make a difference here in set 5. On the other side of things, it is number 23, Seongjun Lee, with 18 points, a top scorer for Hyundai. And here we go, set 5, the first 5-setter for both squads, it seems. I think this is the first 5-setter in
This Invitationals.
Invitational.
Yeah.
And the first serves, Inazar, who's also been very effective, team captain. First point off the block, off the hands. It's going to go to Hyundai. And this is going to be quick, 15 points.
Jin Young Kim, take a look at that elevation and that quick hit.
Playmaker Soon, who's also a scorer. He has 5 points today. That's a lot for a setter.
And that was outside for Mahendra. No block touch. So 2-point advantage for Hyundai. This is a good start for their squad.
Jun Yubli continues to serve. Juna, he has to step up, really, if they want to walk away with a win here. First point in the 5th set, care of Arjuna Mahendra. We talked about him as a very dangerous server, and he is definitely proving your point, Anga.
I think that was his 4th service ace, if I'm not mistaken, for this game.
Ay, tama. 4 aces for Anga. 15 points altogether. Good first ball from Hyundai. That one got away. And we're already kind of out of control. That last hit from Hyundai was a little faulty So Jakarta took control, and now they're up by 1.
That was a open hit from Tamamilang from Team Jakarta.
So he's back on the court. So they're counting on the experienced players to win it for them. Talking about Jakarta.
Block is out. Quick side out here for Hyundai.
Tied at 3. Look at that score. We're all tied. First to 15. First five-setter. Yes, the
Yes.
first one in the Invitationals. Might not be the last. We'll see what happens between Las Pilipinas and Thailand right after this. That one is outside, so a service error gives Jakarta a 1-point lead. Tough serve. Broken play. Another chance here for Hyundai. That one is overblown, untouched, or they're looking for check balls.
Yeah, there was a block touch.
Junjun Lee is chasing after 20 points. He's already at 19.
Oh! Diniin niya yung palo na yun on the opposite.
Baon na baon yun, Arjuna. And showing off. And he has again an opportunity here to make a difference for his team. 26 points, but he only had 2 points in the 4th set.
Good
Outside.
decision there. Off the block.
And it's a side-out game we're seeing so far.
Isahan lang tayo for this 5th set. Compared to the previous sets na lumalaki yung lamang as much as 5 points. But we all know na mabilis lang tong 5th set. So as much as possible, both squads would want to get a lot of points sa start pa lang.
These saves by Jakarta, amazing. Is that, no, that's outside. Was it touched?
No.
Was there a check ball? No,
It was
there's
a net touch.
violation. Yeah. And Tamamilang again, he's coming off the bench. So medyo lumamig din ulitong si Tamamilang. He didn't play in the 4th set. So ball back to Hyundai. They're up by 1. Anybody's game.
Good first ball.
Combination attack.
Para namang frontline attack yun from Anga. Grabe, he was the one who got the first ball, a very good first ball actually. But take a look at that. Diin na diin yung palo from the pipe.
Naman si Anga, yung serve niya parang back row attack. Yung back row attack niya parang front row attack. And Tamamilang is lapsing into errors here. That's another error from the veteran.
Serving for the Skywalkers,
Good first ball.
Yeah.
And it pays off because the control was on the side of Jakarta.
That was a power tip from Gumilar.
Back at 7-all. Another deadlock. It's been one deadlock after another in this decider. Outside.
That was
Was it
outside.
touched? No, it looks like it's clean. So
Walang
Hyundai.
spin. Yung walang spin yung attack niya.
Lumabas. Kulang sa wrist action, it seems. And they will switch sides. And again, the score. It has been that kind. of a fifth set. Isahan lang ang kalamangan.
There's always a quick side out from either squad, but Jakarta is up by 1 point. So we'll see what type of set play will Junhyub Lee set up his attackers.
Gumilar is waiting to serve. He has 8 points today. Again, both setters doing a great job distributing the ball for their respective squads. We got everybody on the scoreboard. That's outside. Mobo Aga could not keep that in. And look at Hyundai tying it up again at 8. Number 71, Song Won-gyun, who won that fourth set for Hyundai. 7 points for him. And that approach, that play, seen that before. It's the go-to play. They should, if you're Jakarta, you're gonna go to that one more often. It doesn't fail.
But now he's in the front row,
Oo
so
nga.
more options for Mahendra.
But Hyundai has been doing a great job with their defense.
That's right. That was a libero again with a one-handed defense.
Wow, we've already said that much about Henry. And now, first time in a while that we're seeing a 2-point lead. Starting off with that great defensive stop by Henry. Down the line goes Anga.
Oh,
Check ball.
it was, yeah.
1 point Jakarta.
So 3 points advantage now for Jakarta. A timeout here for Team Korea.
As it goes, this is a pretty big lead for Jakarta already. Ito na yung pinakamalaking kalamangan na nakita natin in this fifth set. And when Arjuna decides to play, things happen for Jakarta. He said he was absent in the fourth set. Didn't make much of a difference. But now, Jakarta with a three-point advantage. Oh, but do not count out. June, the very talented setter of Hyundai, his 8th point.
I think more than half of that is from his serves. Now he's on the service line.
Both teams just showing a lot of quality. And you know, the good news is, Paneng, both of these teams fell under alas. So, ganun kalakas ang alas Pilipinas ngayon. Natalo nila itong dalawang kupunan na to.
That was Mahendra again. Balik sa tatlo yung kalamangan ng Jakarta.
That was a tough set coming from the back. Hindi namimili itong si Arjuna. Ayan siya.
Actually, we saw a lot of out-of-system plays na siniset up si Mahendra. But ang ganda ng adjustment niya.
Oh, this is a chance here for Jakarta. They did not waste that. Extending their lead to 4. And this is crunch time for Korea.
That's right. You only need 2 points to close this match. But there will be a challenge. Football challenge.
Well, if you're Korea, you're going to want to try anything that you know, any way to get another break here. So use up your challenges. They're down by 4, and Jakarta needing only 2. So they can't even afford a side-out game anymore. Talking about Hyundai, they need to get the ball back and then make a
Yes.
string of points. So this is a stretch. This is like a hope and a prayer. Sana mag-footfault ang sinasabi ng Hyundai. First 5-setter. And coming up, Las Pilipinas against the national team of Thailand right after this game. So make sure huwag kayong bumitaw. We are giving you quality volleyball all week, both in the men's and the women's divisions. Hyundai is very nervous about the decision. Backline fault. Medyo malayo ang magte-take off si...
But there's still one more step. But... Ganda ng break foot niya na yun.
Oo, as in, alam niya kung
Yeah.
nasan siya eh.
So, no attack line fault. The point will stay with Team Jakarta.
Well, you might say it was worth a shot at this point, di ba?
Oo. Dahil kanina, start nitong 5th set, talagang isahan lang eh. But not until Team Jakarta was able to get a service ace. And of course, with Mahendra's back row hit and front.
At siya pa yung
front row.
server.
Oo.
This is going to be an uphill climb for Hyundai, but that's what they need. A break like that. Medyo malakas ang dasal ng mga fans ng Hyundai Team Korea. But still, a 3-point advantage for Jakarta. So, Hyundai needs to have a flawless... I was just about to say, they can't afford to make any mistakes. Certainly not a service error.
But because of that service error, Team Jakarta is now at match point.
4 chances at match point here for Jakarta. And Zakid can win it for his squad. And now the chance here, Chan Hong keeps Jakarta in the game with that attack.
He said
Or
not
Hyundai,
yet.
rather, yes. Ayaw pa.
Ayaw pa, but yeah, they need to have a good serve and a solid block and defense here for this sequence.
Pressure serve here for Jin Young Lee. Combination attack, buhay pa. Chance here for Hyundai. Oh, and a roof! And that point will win it for Jakarta. 4 points, 15-11, the final count in that 5th set. Well-deserved, I would say, for Jakarta. They played a very good 5th set here.
That's right, but take a look at this closed block for Team Jakarta, courtesy of Gumilar and Mahendra. Closing this match.
We're going to take a quick break and talk more about that exciting 5-setter. Stay right there.
welcome back to the Smart Araneta Coliseum. This is the last Invitationals Appreciation Ceremony. Presenting the award for our team from Indonesia, the Bhayangkara Presisi, is PNPF Vice President, Mr. Ricky Palu. Joining Mr. Richard Palu is PNVF Executive Board Member, Mr. Yul Binosa. Presenting the token to Bhayangkara Presisi, the team from Indonesia. This is on behalf of the Philippine National Volleyball Federation. This is presented to the whole squad, represented by their team captain, Nizar Julfikar Munawar, together with their head coach, Raidel Alfonso Gonzalez Hoyana. The squad showed a gallant effort in the last Pilipinas Invitationals and won their last match earlier today against the club team from Korea. On behalf of the Philippines and the Alas Pilipinas and the Philippine National Volleyball Federation, we'd like to thank Jakarta Bhayangkara Presisi for joining the Alas Pilipinas Invitationals. Now we head on over to our squad from Korea. Our Hyundai Capital Skywalkers. Still presenting the award to the Skywalkers are PNVF Vice President Mr. Richard Palu and PNVF Executive Board Member Mr. Yul Binosa. The Hyundai Capital Skywalkers are coming off with great effort in this Invitationals. They've shown a gallant stand amidst not winning any match. The squad has challenged all three teams that they have faced in the last 3 days here in the Invitationals. Bringing in a very young squad here in the Invitationals and a very lean team. The squad has given all and fought for their heart. Giving a special token of appreciation to the team represented by their team captain, Jong Taejun, and their head coach, Mr. Fabio Storti. A big thank you from all of us here in the Philippines for the team from Korea, the Hyundai Capital Skywalkers.
definitely a very big thank you from all the Filipino volleyball fans to these two teams, not only for regaling us with such entertaining games, but really getting our Alas Pilipinas teams in shape for their coming matches and tournaments. We have a best player for this particular match. I'm sure they can guess. Go ahead, Paneng.
Of course, it is Mahendra, the opposite hitter from Team Jakarta. He did a lot of wonders for Team Jakarta. You know, he is a all-around player. He was able to score a lot of points, not just from the attacks, but also from the kill blocks and even service aces. So a very steady game here for Mahendra, and really the go-to player from their squad. And whenever they needed the score, talaga Mahendra is there. His volleyball IQ, you know, he knows how to use the hands of his blockers. Kahit na nag-adjust na yung Team Korea to try and block him. But take a look at this, 29 points coming from 19 attacks, 9 blocks, and 1 service ace for Arjuna Mahendra. A very good game from him.
And always the smallest player on the field, and just his athleticism just really gave us a great time. It was so much fun to watch him. Great game for Mahendra and Team Jakarta. Coming up on your screens, you can see Alas Pilipinas getting ready to face the national team of Thailand, and we are excited about that. The last game of the Alas Pilipinas Invitationals. We're glad you joined us for this first game. Make sure you stay stuck, because this is going to be a big one. On behalf of Paneng the Connex Orders, it has been Chiki Roapuno, and we will see you for our last game against Alas.